What is there even to say about this or thing? Because I can't even classify this dog shit as an album. What is there to say? Honestly. Just look at this piece of shit. Day69 is what everything is wrong with today's hip-hop. Most of the hip-hop today is just currently struggling. The newest XXXTentacion album, question mark, while not the worst thing he has put out, is just mediocre. And most hip-hop rappers nowadays are just mumbling, repeating the same words over and over again, like Lil Pump. Or just writing songs about the same exact thing. And also, we also got Ray Shrimmered, who exists for some reason. While rap isn't completely dead yet, with rappers like Joyner Lucas, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and Token still killing it, there is one rapper who officially ruined rap for me, who officially made hip-hop one of my least favorite genres, and this guy's name is 6ix9ine. This ugly-looking thing is Tekashi69, or 6ix9ine, otherwise known by his real name, which is Daniel Hernandez. This guy puts out strange pieces of music, or can I even call it music? It's supposed to be like this really hardcore hip-hop with Lil Jon type screaming, and man, this music really shows. Not only is it the worst hip-hop album I have ever heard, but this may be one of the worst albums I've ever heard, period. Not only is it poorly produced, but it also has horrible vocals, cliche lyrics, unnecessary amount of vulgarity, and it's just not creative. Every song just sounds the same, it's so structured the same. They feature a lot of pointless sound effects for the sake of having pointless sound effects. It's just a bunch of dreadful dribble. And also, the album is only 28 minutes long. And it feels like it goes on for 2 hours. That's how painful this album is. And today we're going to talk about why this album sucks major dick. Instead of going through this album track by track like I did with the Rush albums I did, we're just going to talk about what I think of the album, production-wise, and how the songs fare out. Because I don't want to bother talking about every song because they're not too much different from one another, like I mentioned earlier. So yeah, what is there to say about this album? We can first talk about how the songs are, at least. The genre I like to call this music is emo, shouty, hardcore, hip-hop, or whatever. Because there's something I can't describe this music I'm listening to. Like I said, I don't... See, it's hard to talk about this album because there's not much to talk about. I can say that most of the songs follow a pattern. It always features aggressive vocals. They have really hard beats, similar to something that XXXTentacion or Lil Pump would do. And I swear, they almost every song always has that annoying goddamn catchphrase at the start. And it gets so annoying fast. You know the one I'm talking about, right? That scum gang! Whatever that is. It hurts. Another thing that this album has a lot of is, not surprisingly, autotune. Well, autotune isn't the absolute worst thing ever. The way autotune is used on this album is just, it's so bad. It's the most apparent use of this autotune is in the song Keke with Fetty Wap. And just listen to Fetty Wap's verse. Just listen to Fetty Wap's verse.
We bustin' up the ops on the regular, nigga. We be ducking from the cops on the regular. Bitches sucking dick and giving top on the regular. Bitches sucking dick.
It's not only the autotune that's the biggest problem with this album. Another big problem with this album is the beats themselves. Where the beats are at their absolute worst is in the first track, Billy, Bubba, and in Gummo. That's where the beats are My goodness. Especially in Billy and Bubba. It's just hard hitting beats that do not fit the tone of the songs. Like it's just painful. It's too loud, too compressed, disorienting. It just And people listen to this. People listen to Billy on a regular basis. I mean, I want to say about Gum having a bad beat is just that it's the beat in the beginning is okay, but then it just gets so messed up and it just sounds like a bunch of it just sounds like someone is just fucking the hell out of the mixing board. You're like, you know, it's just a lot of noise. And speaking of noise, 6ix9ine himself makes my ears bleed. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't mind shouting in songs unless it's done right, like what Bruce Dickinson does in Iron Maiden or Dio does. Like, actual talented singers, you know, doing war cries or when they shout. Like, it sounds human. And there's a reason for them to shout. With 6ix9ine, he just shouts for no reason. Even in songs that shouldn't have shouted, he's just like, alright, yeah, shit, fuck, nigga, cunt. Like, he's always on edge. He's always shouting. Every goddamn second. And each song has him shouting. He never changes his vocal style. He never does any funny voices. Like, that's what I was expecting from this guy. I was expecting him to do funny voices, you know, because, I mean, look at him. He looks like a fucking rainbow, for Christ's sake. But no, instead we just get the same vocal style, the same delivery for each song. It never changes. It's never... He never does any satirical lyrics in the songs either. Like, that's the thing too. The lyrics are never like funny or entertaining or well written. It's just him saying a bunch of controversial stuff for the sake of saying controversial stuff. Like it's not satirical. It's not supposed to prove a message. He's just saying this stuff so he could just because of shock value. He just does it for the sake of shock value. And yeah, it's been done before. Like Marilyn Manson and XXXTentacion. We already had people like that, and he's just doing stuff that other people have done better. Like, and when he does it, it doesn't come off as funny or entertaining. It just comes off as an annoyance. So final verdict. God. Day69, like I said earlier, may just be one of the worst albums I've ever had the pleasure of hearing. It's just... There's nothing about this I could say positive about. The only positive thing I could say is that it's short. But even with the short length, I still noticed that it went on for quite longer than any right to. If it was only 10 minutes, I wouldn't mind. But this is 20 minutes of this shit. Like I said, even rappers who I hate, like XXXTentacion and Kodak Black, like they can at least write something. I mean, especially XXXTentacion. I mean, he's got some really well written songs here and there, like Sad and Changes from his new album. But 6ix9ine, he's got nothing, man. He's got nothing. None of his songs are creative. None of his songs have any appeal factor. And it's just it's just not a fun album to sit through. Every song feels more like a torture. Feels more like a torture instrument than it does a song. Like I say, it kind of feels like you're being tortured. It's just painful. Like I said, you may be wondering why I'm stuttering so much. It's just because, you know, I just don't have words for this album. That's it. I've already said enough of what there is to be said about Day69. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and stay tuned for more.